Welcome. My name is Nketiah Edward. I have come your way this time to present to you what happened during my industrial attachment. Let's get started. I'll introduce by telling you the place and then where it is located. I mean the industry and then where it is located. The industry is called JFK Print. It is located at Edunasi in Kumasi. So that is the drone shot of where you can locate the industry. Here it is. Yes, this is Edunasi. This is the Kwadaso Agrek Road. Towards this direction is Kwadaso Sofolai. And then here is Agrek, Yabe, Achemade, and those areas. So that is it for where I did my industrial attachment. Now I'll talk about the duties, things that I was asked to do. And before I talk about them, let me state categorically that I was placed at the department where printing with the large format was done. So there you will design and print with just the large format. That was where I was placed. But within a shortest possible time, I was able to learn everything that transpired there. So I was sort of hungry to learn more. So I moved to different departments to learn a lot of things. So that is how come I have a list of so many items. That is the duties that I was into. So these are the duties. First, designing. Second, printing. And then after printing, some of the works require cutting and gluing. Photography was part, typing, and then creating letters. I will explain them. Now with designing, I design a lot of things, including labels. So this is one of them. I designed for a client. I also design flyers. And this is one of them. This flyer I did for Globis Media. It's a social media platform. I also designed call cards. And this is one of them. I also designed signboards, numerous of them, and this is a sample. It's a large format work. Yeah. Now, away from designing to printing. And printing, like I said, I was placed at the large format printing department. So that is where I was originally placed. So that was myself doing setup on the large format printer. I also printed with a small format. Now after printing, you have to cut. So cutting was part of the duties that I did. Meaning I designed through to the finishing. Yes. So cutting was part of it. Sometimes it will require you to glue. Yes. In those instances, I glued. That's it. Now, the fourth duty has to do with photography. Now, as a matter of fact, there we did only passport size photographs. So, with that, I had to start to finishing. That is from start to finish. I had to shoot, edit, print, and then cut. Yes. So from start to finish. And now the fifth duty here is typing. I said creating letters. Yes, I said that for a reason. I did not only type scripts, but I created and typed letters. A typical example is that there was a bank nearby. And when people go there for loan, some of them, they are illiterate. And then they ask them to come to our industry so that we'll create letters for them so that they could use those letters to take loans. So with that, I had nothing to look on as I typed, but I created it and then typed it, printed out. This is one of the works that I did. This one, I designed the letterhead and then typed. Now, away from the duties to new skills that I acquired from the industry. Now, I acquired numerous skills. In fact, the industrial attachment helped me very much. But this one, I appreciate it very well. Supposing a client comes to you, gives you a hard copy of a funeral poster, asks you to edit the hard copy poster and then print many copies from it. In fact, I was perplexed. I didn't know what to do. How could I edit hard copy poster and then give many copies of it? I learned this and I'm very grateful to the one who led me to learn this. So this is what I was coached to do. The first thing was to scan the A3 poster. So I scanned the A3 poster, and remember, in scanning you can either scan into JPEG or PDF. It had to be in JPEG because it was going to be edited. So after it was scanned into JPEG, I opened it in Photoshop. But you can use any other appropriate design software, but I used Photoshop to do the editing. Then in the editing, there's something that must be noted clearly over here. I edited in RGB color mode. Why? CMYK and other color modes may not give you the room to do a massive editing. See that some of the menu options are grayed out in CMYK mode. So I had to do the editing in RGB mode. And now the printer that we use there, the large format printer that we use there, doesn't know RGB color mode. So before you print, you have to convert the color to CMYK. Yes, that is what the machine understands. So I did that, and one specification of the machine is that it doesn't know JPEG format but TIFF format. Yes, so how to change or convert the file into TIFF before taking it to the main top software. The main top software is the printer specific software. That is the software for it. Yes, so I did that and then started printing numerous copies of the edited hard copy poster. I did the SAV material, that is self-adhesive vinyl material, and in fact this is one of the skills that I am very happy to acquire. Now, my contribution to the industry. As a matter of fact, I cannot count all the contributions I made to JFK Print, but the following are among the key ones. The first one has to do with introduction of variety of design software for specific jobs. There, they knew no other software than Photoshop. So whatever work they do, whether funeral brochure, whether passbook, they use Photoshop. I got there and realized, no, this is too tedious. So I introduced Adobe InDesign, which made works of that nature very easier to do. So I feel that for me to introduce Adobe InDesign to the industry, is a plus for them, because it's going to save them time and energy. Yes. Now the second one has to do with giving tutorials on certain Photoshop functions when needed. Yes, at some points in time I had to give Photoshop tutorials. The third one and the last on my list is making top-notch photographs for the company. When I went there, they were not having digital cameras, so they used mobile phone cameras in lieu of digital cameras to take pictures. And remember, they take only passport size pictures. And one time, the initial stage of my internship, they didn't know I could take and edit passport pictures, so they were busy and then asked me to help by taking a photograph of a client. So I did that, and when they realized the camera I used, the phone camera that I used, was very powerful, they gave me the office of photography. So I did photography, I gave powerful pictures, and till the time I was leaving, I was the person who was able to give powerful photographs. Now, challenges. Yes, I faced numerous challenges, but one of them that kept me baffled for weeks, if not months, is the fact that in printing with the large format printer, the printer used to cut at a height of about 20 inches like this. When I was printing, although the printing was not finished, the command that I gave for the printing to be done was not finished, but all of a sudden the printer will stop working and it will give a sharp line as if the printing is done. I tried different means to have this resolved, but all efforts proved futile. In fact, this kept me baffled. I was wasting materials and I didn't like it at all. In fact, I was having no problem with the industry except this one. So after trying different means and I seem not to get results, one time I told myself that I will pretend as if I don't know anything about the printing setup. So I stood by a permanent worker, a worker there, and when he was doing the printing setup for a certain work or a certain print job, I realized these were the steps. In fact, I went through the steps except the third one. So when you got to the third point, then I said, this might be the problem, because I omitted it. And after I got to know this, the problem ceased. So I'm very thankful to the worker who helped me to rectify this issue, come out with a solution. I'm very much grateful. I will conclude by showing appreciation to the Department of Graphic Design and the entire university, that is the University of Education Winneba, for this program. In fact, this program has exposed me to a lot of things that goes on in the industry. Second appreciation goes to FK Print for providing the enabling environment that has propelled me to a level ahead as far as graphic design is concerned. Now, thank you for watching.